Trey Vietnam and his bitch. Friday. Shit, I'm glad. It's been a long week. It seemed like a long week at work. My job is pretty cool though. Might be a little bit stressful at times, but I'm like, you'd be surprised. Like I try to apply stoic perspectives wherever I can. I know you can't tell because I be bugging. Seems like I really give a fuck about a whole lot of shit. A whole lot of shit bugs me. Yeah. But I do try to apply that shit in stressful situations. I've always kind of been like that my whole life. My sister even pointed out to me before, and I didn't really realize that anybody else would even notice that this is what I was really being like this is my personality. But shit, to be chaotic, and I'd be the chillest person in the room, and probably the only one with the solution too, for whatever the hell's going on. My sister said that to me one time, something along the lines of that I'd be the coolest motherfucker in the room, chilling while everybody else bugging about whatever. I can keep a cool head about shit sometimes with some shit, and when it come to work and stress at work and shit like that, man, I be letting that shit go by me because it ain't life or death, and you only gonna get 8-9 hours out of me today, and then it'll be over. The pain will be over. For 40 hours a week, I'm in there. But for another 120 some hours a week, I'm off in my life being who I am. So I can't let the stress that comes and goes in a 40-hour-a-week, job, like that shit ain't gonna, like some people be so bugged out about their job that it be affecting their personal life. Man, my job do not make me feel like none of that shit, bro. When I walk up out of there, that pain is gone. However stressful the work day was, that shit be gone when I clock out and leave, bro. Shit don't bother me much in there. And my job is kind of cool. I know a lot about airplanes. I would have never thought I would know so much about airplanes, but yo, my job is cool, man. I like it. But what I want to talk about today is some shit that I seen on the internet, of course. It's this interview. I gotta find the interview and shit, but it's this guy talking about like how unlikely it would be that the American people could even launch any kind of revolution or stop a tyrannical government anyway, because of all of the shit that they got that we don't got. And it bugged me because he was saying it like it's actually silly to even care about trying to do that, because if the government wants to get us, they gonna get us. Who the fuck do we even think we are? He was almost checking the peoples, and this is a guy who is of the peoples. Like, he's a regular dude. Now I don't know if he got any military history or nothing like that, but that don't make him special. He not super duper. I don't give a fuck. He's an average looking guy, average talking guy on a podcast, kind of making it seem like the idea of a revolution is like so pointless that if they wanted to take this shit, we should just lay down tonight and fight. Why the fuck would you even? What the fuck? What good is your fighting going to do? It will be to no avail. You ain't gonna get nowhere with none of that shit. This is how he's talking, right? Because of this difference in what we got. First thing I thought of was, yeah, that's why the Second Amendment is forever fucked up. It don't even. Not only did it not allow us to maintain tit for tat with a tyrannical government, it's actually convinced you motherfuckers that where it is right now is good and nothing is wrong, and we should just keep it where it is. When in reality, we should have been fought about this shit way before I was even born. There should have been a fight about that Constitution. There's something that's going wrong. There shouldn't be this gap between us and a government that could go tyrannical. So as soon as Joe Biden, when he was talking his bullshit about whatever fucking plane he say we would need to fight them off, and what the fuck is our AR-15, Joe Biden said the same thing that this guy in this podcast was saying, basically. That it will be no chance anyway that they even think that we have a chance, or that any of that shit makes sense. It's us being naive, that we wouldn't have a chance at all. Neither one of them are pointing out the fact that it's not supposed to be like that, so that's proof that something's wrong, because you shouldn't even be able to say that. You should be able to look at us and look at them and go, that's a fair fucking fight. That's when you know that we really living and breathing this freedom shit that y'all claim that actually doesn't exist. And I'm fucking tired of fucking telling y'all this shit, and I'm tired of people pretending like what I'm saying isn't true. It's absolutely true. This country is far from free, period. So all of your saluting and all of the pledge of allegiance and shit, bro, you sound fucking retarded. It's like saying you got the best wife in the world when you know you beat that bitch up last night. When you know you're cheating, she's cheating too. When you know y'all kids are crazy and can see nothing but mental illness and drug abuse in their future. When you know your life is fucked up, you cannot then say to people who are looking right at you that you got the best wife in the world. You capping, bruh. Like, you sound almost like mental now too, because we just watched y'all fucking publicly fight in a restaurant. type shit. This is the kind of fucking contradiction that I see in this country when people go, oh, it's a land of the free. I'm proud of it. Proud. All the shit that you claim you got pride in when you talk about this country should be bringing you to a level of like frustration, anger, and like being fed the fuck up with the illusion that this country is what it is that y'all praise it for when you know that is not what the fuck we rocking with. Stop fucking lying. And I don't need to be politically correct. I don't need to wait my turn at a fucking press conference for them to then throw me the fuck out when I check their whole fucking agenda type shit. That will be me, loud and proud, that type of shit. They will never listen to me. Nothing that I ever say is ever going to be addressed not by any of them that support government or inside the government. They'll never listen to me say this shit and then give it any credibility of what it is that I'm saying by addressing me directly. It would never happen, me or anybody. You're not going to address us directly. Fuck that constitutional talk, fuck that lawyer talk, and all of that shit. Is this the ideal free country right now that you guys pretend it to be? And it's a yes or no question. You can think about it. And when we all know we got work to do, then we need to address it like that. Every fucking politician points to his opponent and say, and the administration before him, and they all say, these are the things that are wrong. These are the things that I need to fix. You guys have job security in the fact that we got work to do that is not right yet. And when we point out that it's so not right, that there needs to possibly, I would imagine that there could be, given these circumstances. I'm surprised that there's not some level of a roaring chant of revolution amongst the multitude of the people, not just a few people, not just online. I'm talking about people out in their normal fucking lives standing up saying that there's so much of a problem with the way this country is going and the way that the world is going, that we're willing to fucking stop the show to make everybody address it, tell us what it is that they really fucking want so that we can give a direct yes or no, agree or disagree with what it is that y'all plan on doing. So if there's going to be a fight, we can fight. And if there's going to be an agreement, we can stop this ambiguous fucking tussling back and forth. Is the fucking country under fucking satanic hypnosis and rituals? And is the government evil and tyrannical? Man, fuck all of the jostling and the in-between with this bullshit. They need to just say what the fuck it is that they really want to do and where this is going right to our face so we can tell them yes or no. So we can either cooperate and make it smooth or fight them if that's what needs to be. But all of this in-between shit is bugging me. And I'm surprised that everybody's stuck in this gray area. It seems weird to me. It's like a force field between you and the fucking freedom that you say you want. It's a force field there and you think you in it. They just blowing smoke in your face, man, and up your ass because none of this shit is actually real. All this freedom, all this fake freedom shit y'all talking about, that shit sounds retarded to me. Super duper frustrated, bro. There shouldn't be a gap in the armament that we have between us and the government. It should be tit for tat, and it's not, and that's proof that something's wrong, and we should have been fought them a long time ago, and that's undebatable. What the fuck is anybody gonna say to me about anything I just said? Nothing. There's nothing to be said. What the fuck you gonna say to me to make it sound like I'm fucking retarded? If there's a gap between us and the government in firepower, and it is proven, according to them, this is the proof right here, that we will be no match to them, or that means that something went wrong then. So when everybody fucking stand up and go, I don't like that shit, I wouldn't be surprised if y'all did that tomorrow. Because the circumstances make me go, oh shit, because just like I know the government is. I can foresee the potential for that, just like you know if they have any intelligence at all in their brains as government officials, they wonder when they themselves or enough of them may be doing something that could inspire a true revolt. They know if they're doing that or not. Even if they believe, which I don't think, they know that they fucking up. They know they fucked the oath up and all that. They know every day they wake up that they fucked that up. And if they don't, they're psychotic, because who the fuck does a job like this and you don't know where you stand? Are you in violation of your oath or not? They know that every day if they are or not. And if they think they are not, they're psychotic. And if they know that they are, which I think some of them are smart enough to know that they are, they know that they are. They trafficking kids and drugs and all type of weird shit. Like, motherfuckers know this is simple shit, right? This is all simple shit. You can just say what it is that you're talking, what you see in front of you, and know that you cannot lose yourself in the political jargon of political debate with these motherfuckers when you have this foundation here. That you know that they are all shady snakes that are hiding behind this illusion And this same illusion has got all of us feeling hopeless when we are only dealing with people. This dude is in this podcast is talking about what the government has, like it's going to be us and them. Boy, it's people inside the government that wouldn't let them rock that shit. There's people that are right there being like, you want to give us orders to do what? Oh, we not doing none of that. That's why I don't even think it'll happen like that too. When you're talking about how tyrannical government would take America, it wouldn't be us versus them like that. That would never happen. It would be, I can imagine this actually working. And if you use your imagination, especially when you look at the things that they are giving you, they're giving you the clues about how things are going to go or could go. And when the potential for certain things arise every day, when they have a new fucking tragedy and they've taken 10 big paces towards this one world government bullshit, when they do this, the potential for certain things to happen start looking very real. The Maui thing starts looking very real when you look at how shady the situation is, because nothing is ever fucking not shady. Everything they do is always mysterious. And that's a sign right there. Why is nothing ever fucking cut and dry with them? It's never just, this is what it is and this is fine, and it's not even going to appear to be a conspiracy behind this at all. It won't even look like, everything looks exactly like that. Every time, though. And that's weird to me. No crime scene investigator, homicide detectives will be okay with any of the way any of this shit is going. But when you look at all of that and you realize that people are hiding behind this illusion of government to be this, then you have to say, how the fuck can anybody who wasn't hiding behind that illusion ever get away with this? It's impossible. They can't. You need this government illusion to get away with the biggest crimes that you've ever seen. And you can see them posturing for all of this stuff. So when you see them posturing, then you go, okay, my imagination tells me that this would be an effective way for them to do what it is that they're doing. They could get us into a third world conflict, send our boys off into a fucking suicide mission off someplace so that everyone's rushing to a fight someplace. And then when they do that, all of this grid talk they're talking about with the national grid and the energy thing, because this is how they can fuck with your shit. This is how they reset that shit, by turning it off, turning the power off nationwide, fucking this whole shit up. You know what that would do? Talk about a fucking reset. We would damage ourselves so much that in a couple of weeks they could send troops in, planes overhead, motherfuckers parachuting in, swarming the borders and all this other shit, and they could subdue this fucking country easily. And y'all think that that's like impossible? But look at the pieces that are set in place where they could actually make that possible. What I just said, and I'm not no military general, I ain't got no military service history whatsoever. I'm just using my imagination, especially when they give me pieces. When they give me pieces, I go, damn, let me plug this shit in. Y'all just did this shit yesterday? Look at this news headline. Now, what does that look like in the whole picture? What could they do? What could they do if this is what they want? Oh, well, they can do this and that. And you start using your imagination, then you go, man, it better not start looking more like this or like that, or I'm going to go, oh, y'all really trying to do that shit. And then within a week, man, when I do this shit in my mind, they give me one more piece to go. Yep, that shit that I thought 2 weeks ago is looking more possible because of this that just happened. Y'all are going in this direction, ain't you? Ain't you? It's looking more and more like it every day. How can I not call it that? My imagination is going to go there until you show me different. They could do those things. Talk about a reset on the energy. Now you got to fix the grid in this country. If they knock it down or fuck it up to start over. Talking about dependency when you talk about energy, the transportation of food. Starvation is a good weapon. They can starve the fuck out of this country. They can be like, yeah. What's up with them guns now, America? They want us to be a part of this one world government so bad, and in order for them to do it, they got to fuck the money up, and they have to fuck these guns up, bro. There's no way for them to get that otherwise. So when they say that they want that, and you know that they have to get this other shit in order to make that happen, you have to start questioning all of these mass shootings to be like, y'all need this to happen, because if we actually chilled out, if it was really us out here organically, regular ass people doing this shit, which I do not believe, even if that was what it was, if there was ever a dip in whatever was making people do this, which seems to be tremendous help to the political agenda, I don't know how the fuck they're not related. These criminals are independently doing this shit while it's helping this government agenda that y'all actually need in order to get the one world government that you won't even stop talking about nowadays. You won't shut the fuck up about it. You're dancing 10 yards from the end zone. You think you got this shit. You're overzealous. You're doing too much, gang. You're doing too much, broadcasting your whole shit. That's why I don't understand how people don't see this shit. And it's crazy, because no matter how much they have above us, when there's gap in the armory what we have, that's stupid. We should have the same weaponry that they have, period. There should have never been this gap, period. I don't care how funny that sounds to you. I'm talking about theoretically when you say it, there shouldn't have been a gap. And if there is, then you know then the power is going to lean in a direction for a government to have the balls to go tyrannical. And that's exactly what has happened. If that's not what has happened, anybody or any fucking CNN news anchor, Fox News anchor who's had a long history of doing this shit, who people love and respect, the millionaire motherfucker paid to fucking lie to us with all the fucking bullshit, reporting on the bullshit, rigged sports and all this other shit. Yeah, pick any one of them motherfuckers and I will treat their whole fucking life on TV that nothing that this smart guy can fucking say to me can make what I said untrue or dumb at all. Make it sound dumb to me. I want you to make it sound like what the fuck I'm saying doesn't even apply to real life and you don't know where I'm coming from at all. Say it. You can't say that. Who can say that to me? It's too feasible and it's too heavy for us to ignore the possibilities of anything it is that I just said. Because it's right there in front of you. You should actually check to be sure that this thing doesn't keep adding up like this or else we have a problem. Like, they take it very seriously when they are examining a mission, a task, the fucking terrain, the people, the resources, the method in which to fucking conquer all of this shit. They own that, bro. And they can send everybody off, man, in a third world conflict, turn the fucking lights off and take America, bro. You guys are insane. If you think that, nah, that ain't gonna happen, then you're a retard. You should almost consider it and then dare it to fucking keep looking like it. Every day it looks like it go, huh, can't ignore you. You got me. You got my attention, bro. Y'all are weird. Y'all are crazy and violent. And I don't like none of this shit. You can't trust no politician. Look at the corruption that's going on out in the open. Where's the faith in the government saving you from the shit that they've fucking started? Where are you getting this confidence from? What the fuck is wrong with y'all weirdos, bro? Y'all crazy. And I don't give a fuck how insurmountable the task might be. It is what it is. Wild bobcat trapped in a corner, pinned in a corner. What are you gonna do? You're probably just gonna fight. You don't give a fuck about your odds or your chances or no shit. Like why you even give a fuck about that anymore? Like, that's weird to me. So that's not a deterrent to me to go, oh, but it's big government. What could we ever do? Why even try? Boy, all the people behind these big ass fucking shiny red buttons are made of flesh. You know what happens when flesh get hit with projectiles? The shit goes down. It fucking leaks. That's what happens. These motherfuckers are not bulletproof, and I'm not fucking calling for nothing. I am stating scientific fact. Are these motherfuckers not made of flesh? Then I don't understand why is this image of this impossible task to tell people made of flesh that can hear you when you speak to them. Tell them first and foremost. Tell them you're fucking fired at because we see you. And you can't be here no more. Get the fuck out. You think we fucking playing with you? Bruh. How many of these tanks do y'all really got? How many of these people that's arming these fucking tanks and planes and shit is even going to rock with you? It's up like that? Bro, you got to watch half your team. They're not even going to rock with you. It ain't us and them. It's us and some of them versus them. Are you crazy? These good old American military boys, they finna rock with no New World Order. If that shit was in our faces, they gonna look to them and go, no, we not doing none of that. Are you insane? My kids are there. The fuck? Bro, I'm telling you. And there's people inside of that shit that already see what I think I see and feel. You think it ain't no conspiracy theorists inside the fucking military? Bro, it's some boys in there that see what I'm saying and they go, yup, that nigga's right. We not rocking with that shit. We wish these motherfuckers would. We'll flip the dinner table over in this bitch. Fuck is y'all talking about? Good luck. I think as smart as they are, I don't think that shit should go the way they think it should go. I don't even think it will. But it will take a multitude of the people to recognize what's going on and then just say, no, bro, nobody fucks with the freedom. And if anybody fucks with this shit from the inside or the out, or there's a fucking a coup of some kind, y'all trying to hand us over to some shit, bro, man, we'll turn up then. Let it be what it's gonna be if we doing all that. Then what the fuck is we holding back for? The fuck? And I'm surprised we're not doing that. And we should call it out on all terms right away. It should be our terms. If we do the shit on their terms, they will only reveal themselves to the extent that they are already prepared for the next 2, 3, 4 steps of what you're gonna do. That's why we have to interrupt what it is, what they got going on, with a big ass act of peaceful non-compliance and love. Cause who's gonna fucking fight you when you're out with your guns hugging everybody like I do, and you're demanding answers, and you're not gonna go to work or buy no gas or pay no bills or go to no court hearings and no nothing until they fucking stop. If you do all of that, they're gonna fight you, bro. And if they fighting you while you hugging and just asking fucking serious questions and you refuse to budge, then you know you're dealing with what it is that I think you're dealing with. The tyrannical government is not going to rest until they stomp your shit into the fucking ground, man. They already told you what they want, and you already know what they got to do to get that. Fucking the money up and getting these guns. Don't let them do it. Anytime they start talking that money shit, inflation and all this and that, and the bank runs, and the Chinese bank had the fucking military presence out there to when people were trying to come, man, come on, man. All this shit is staged, is all theater, and they're trying to show you something to say, hey, stay away from them banks. Motherfuckers tried it over here. We stifled that shit. You know you don't want no smoke with us. Sit your little ass down. That's what they do to your ass. Fuck out of here. You're supposed to stop caring so much. Look for the most peaceful, non-violent way that'll fuck they shit up as if you were fighting. This is the best way for you to fight them, is for you to fight them without throwing a punch. That way they have to reveal themselves for being that bullshit when they fight you when you're hugging and asking questions. Are you guys retarded? Fuck. Wouldn't that work? Yeah, but you can't keep going on their terms, bro. This is some shit that needs to just happen like ASAP, bro. And it needs to be it needs to be an organized thing. TikTok rocking too much for us not to use that against them. YouTube and all this other shit rocking too much for us not to use that against them. There needs to just be a consensus. We all need to find a day that seems to be easy to remember and special to us for what the purpose is for some reason or another. I would give a fuck if it was like, I don't know, the 5th of July, the day after or some shit like that, or the day before, but something that's easy for everybody to point to and just say, this is a day where nobody does a goddamn fucking thing. We're all just going to do this in the name of fucking freedom. If you find yourself disappointed with government even a little bit, then you need to join in. And you're all disappointed. You're all worried that somebody who means us harm is going to sit in that seat of government just to crash our shit because government allows the opportunity for human beings to use it to their advantage while fucking everybody else over. We all know that politics allows that. So then when I say you're never going to get that by fighting in the in-between with their ass, you need to tell that lane, that illusion, that it can't be here so that the true freedom could just rock, so we can see what that's really like. When I say that to you, a Democrat or Republican, I don't know how you don't understand what I'm saying. Y'all are weird, bruh. You constantly point to the other side of being guilty of trying to do that right in front of everybody. I'm telling you, tell everybody that nobody can stand there. How about that? Nobody can stand on the top of the mountain like that. We're going to settle this shit where everybody on an even field to play, or we got a problem here. If it's not going to be voluntary, we got a problem here. We vote with money. That's how you vote for what services you want them to do. And when you won't pay in, then they don't get that shit. And then what they are offering is so important. As soon as they are absent, we will throw money at them to put this shit back together so we can keep this society moving. We'll notice when something's lacking, and we fucking throw money at that shit quickly. You're not going to have to beg us if it's so important that if we see it crumbling, that we don't come run to save it. We don't need y'all to babysit us like they get the fuck out the way. Y'all only here to do some shady ass bullshit, and that is hypnotizing people with this illusion that you create this gap between us and you guys in the weaponry that we have in order to do this shit. And then when I call you out on violating the shit that you said you weren't going to violate with the expectation that some justice follow, I'm a fucking domestic T-word? Bro, I thought you agreed that you will be removed even by violence if necessary if you do some fuck shit to fuck with that oath or fuck with the freedom of the people. Now, did you do that or not? See? Easy, right? Kiss my dick. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. I've already called you all types of names, including worm food, dirt baby, all that shit. Fuck you, fuck all y'all. If you fucking with the freedom, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to just rock your shit like it's okay. It's not okay. Get the fuck out of here. We see you, bro. We see y'all, bro. Y'all not even trying to hide no more. Y'all too confident, boy. The fucking tree and the fucking blood and the freedom.